NFTs have transformed the crypto space, and over the past few years, collectors, artists, and developers have continuously created innovations, bringing NFTs to where they are today, and with many more innovations to come. In order to avoid missing out, tons of new people have learned how to buy and sell NFTs. However, the barrier to entry of actually creating one's own NFTs is a bit higher than just buying and selling. Part of this barrier to entry includes a potentially high starting cost. If you've ever used Ethereum, you're probably familiar with the gas fees. This has been a problem plaguing Ethereum for a while now. The gas fees go way up because there's too many transactions for the way Ethereum currently works. There is a series of upgrades planned for Ethereum that comprise what's usually referred to as Ethereum 2.0. In these upgrades, it does include some that address the gas fee issues and hope to create a situation with much lower gas fees. However, these gas fee upgrades have not yet been implemented on the chain. That being said, despite the high gas fees, the appetite for NFTs still continues to grow, and Ethereum still remains the main chain to buy and sell NFTs on. One method that has spun out of this situation to tackle the problem of exorbitant gas prices is called lazy minting. So, what is lazy minting? Lazy minting is when an NFT is made available off-chain and only actually gets minted once it's bought. This means that the artist who created the NFT doesn't have to pay any upfront gas fees in order to list their NFT as available on the market. The gas fees only have to get paid once the NFT is actually purchased. Depending on how it's set up, the gas fees might be paid by the artist, or in the situation of lazy minting, the artist could instead have the buyer pay the gas fees. But if we're talking about lazy minting, let's real quick look at what does it mean to mint an NFT in the first place. The process of uploading a specific item and assigning it to your unique token on the blockchain is referred to as minting. So let's look at minting step by step. First of all, to mint an NFT, you need the correct smart contract in place. However, you don't actually need to be a developer to mint NFTs. The marketplaces that most people use for NFT buying and selling already has all of that set up and in an easy to use interface. On a blockchain, a gas fee must be paid in order to write any new information onto the network. This is similar to a transaction fee for every little thing you do, and it can cause NFT producers a pretty penny. Finally, most NFTs are bought and sold on marketplaces such as Rarible and OpenSea. So it's important to remember that each marketplace comes with different options for minting your NFT. So back to lazy minting. Again, this is where you add an NFT to be sold off-chain, and there's no gas fee paid until you actually sell it. The main benefit is that it lowers the barrier of entry for artists that want to get into NFTs. Since they don't have to pay so much gas fees whenever they're creating the new NFTs to be sold, they can try out the NFT space at less cost to them, and we can get more art from people who aren't as crypto savvy, instead placing the cost on the people who would like to buy the NFTs, or at least not making the artists pay it until they've confirmed that somebody actually wants to purchase their NFT. Lazy minting also helps the entire Ethereum network to some small degree. Even though the initial idea is basically because of the Ethereum congestion from so many transactions, lazy minting also removes some transactions from Ethereum. If every NFT added to be sold has to be minted every time, then naturally there's more total transactions on the Ethereum network. Finally, there's one more little-known benefit of lazy minting, which is preventing misleading transaction history. This is a common tactic among people who are trying to sell NFTs. They'll create multiple wallets and then buy the NFT back and forth between their own wallets in order to create the illusion of demand for this NFT that they're trying to sell eventually to somebody else. However, if you're a buyer looking at an NFT that has been lazy minted, then of course that can have no fake transactions, because if it's been lazy minted, that means there's no transactions until the first buyer purchases it. So in conclusion, lazy minting is sort of a booming trend in the NFT space in order to help NFT creators combat the overly high gas fees, ensuring that they don't have to pay those unless they are successfully selling their NFT. This lowers the barrier to entry and allows more artists to contribute to the NFT space. So that's basically my brief overview of lazy minting. If you found it helpful, please remember to do the old like, comment, subscribe, share, all those things. It really helps out the channel a lot. If you want to go now, go ahead. But at the end here, I do want to add a few little disclaimers. One is that lazy minting isn't the only way to lower gas fees. There are also Ethereum alternatives, other smart contract blockchains that you can also create NFTs on. Some of these are growing quickly, even though Ethereum is still the main one. A lot of these have way reduced gas fees where you don't even need to worry about them at all. There may be a cent, a few cents, or even a fraction of a cent, depending on the chain. Another thing to note is that depending on the platform that you're using to sell your NFTs, you may have to pay other gas fees even if you're lazy minting. For example, on OpenSea, there are some initial gas fees you have to pay to set up your account, and even though it does have the lazy minting option, you still have to pay those initial ones to get the account set up. You just don't have the stacking gas fees every time you're trying to add a new NFT. So once again, whenever you're choosing a platform, remember to look into all of the fees. Lazy minting doesn't mean that there's always no fees ever. All right, now I'm really done. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.